September is Hunger Action Month, and if you want to do your part here in South Florida to help those in need, well, here is Paco Vélez with Feeding South Florida to tell you what you need to know. The man in the orange shirt is back. Paco, good to see you, bud.
Likewise. I just realized that I was in orange last time I was here with you.
You were, every time. It's going to be your thing now.
Different orange shirt.
Different orange shirt.
Possibly. Presumably
washed in between your 6-month appearances.
Let's hope yes.
Yes. You are one of the people we love having on the show because you're doing something so great in the community. If people have not seen you on the show before, tell us about Feeding South Florida.
So Feeding South Florida is a food bank, and we get food from people, from those who have it to those who need it, and in South Florida. That's from Palm Beach County down to the Keys. And in this 4-county area, there's 871,920 individuals struggling to put food on their table.
We have talked about this every time we've had you on here, but I think it's worth repeating. The face of, hungry South Floridians is not what you might normally think, what the average viewer would normally associate with homelessness or something like that, right? I mean, there are people who are working who are hungry.
That's correct. We actually just unveiled our hunger study. Every 4 years we conduct this landmark study, and we interview not only our 325 different partner agencies, but a lot of the families we serve. And it's a national study, but we did it locally here. And we saw that only about 3% of the folks we serve are homeless or transitional. The bulk of the families or individuals we serve have jobs and a family, or at least one person working in the household. And we also have seen that over 20% of the individuals that we're serving have a college degree. So they're really some of the educated folks, and for sure over 60% are graduates of high school. So a lot of educated folks, a lot of folks working, and it's really impacting the organization.
Do you find when you share that information with people, it shocks them? Because it shocks me to hear it.
It really opens up eyes, and a lot of people have this image of the folks they pass along the road or the street, or people in corners and asking for food or assistance. But it's really your neighbors, anybody that's working in the cubicle next to you. It could be anybody really that's really struggling with their children or with a car payment or something like that.
And another thing you mentioned earlier was that, some parents are hungry primarily because the money they do have for food, they make sure to feed their kids first. Right. Which you think about it, sure, it makes sense, but it's sad from an adult's perspective. Obviously it's better than your kid going hungry, but I guess we don't think about that.
Well, this survey also shed some light on a lot of the issues that families are facing, and over 60% of them are having to choose between food and utilities and fuel and things like that. So families and mothers are really struggling to pay their bills, and usually what's going to happen is the first thing they want to do is keep a roof over their heads.
Right.
We cannot be homeless, so they pay the rent, then they need to get to work, and then they need to put food on the on the table for kids. So the last thing that gets paid is the food, and so we try to supplement that a little bit.
So this is a big month for you guys. I mean, every month is a big month, obviously, but September is Hunger Action Month. What are you planning on doing during the month of September?
So as part of Feeding America, we have a national awareness month, and that's September. And so we all go orange, right? And we've asked buildings to go orange. We asked people to go orange. We ask everybody to go orange. And here at the Bank of America building went orange on September 4th, which is Hunger Action Day. And actually they went orange for the entire week. And September 19th, we have our charity day with the Miami Marlins going orange as well, throwing out the first pitch. So we'll see what happens.
Are you doing it?
It's going to be embarrassing.
Nice.
Yes,
I did it earlier this year. I'll give you some tips off air.
Please. All right.
The one thing I'll tell you is reach home plate.
That's what I keep hearing, and I know I'm going to just launch it into the ground.
Most important. I know it doesn't matter if you throw it wide or high. Do not bounce it.
Yeah, I heard.
I'm telling you. Anyway, back to what you were saying.
So we have a lot of great events. We just had some in Fort Lauderdale on the beach. We have a lot of folks going orange for us and really helping us out with orange drinks or going orange in their restaurant and having special plates for Feeding South Florida, and proceeds go to us. So there's just a lot of things that are going on. Go to our website, feedingsouthflorida.org, to really look at all the events that are happening not only in September but for the rest of the year.
I was just going to say, I mean, obviously you want people to get involved now, but if they can't for whatever reason, there is stuff going on all year with you guys, right?
Correct, absolutely. every single day.
What are some of the things that you do throughout the year that people can help with?
So we do over 500 different distributions, direct distributions to families every single year. We also have volunteer opportunities at the food bank Tuesday through Saturday from 8:30 to 4:30 p.m. And really just coming in, helping us sort through the food and make sure the food is safe for distribution for the families. Just because we're serving families who are struggling doesn't mean that they're not, they don't have the same right to the safe and nutritious food. So we want to make sure that they receive that dignified way.
What are some of the things that you guys need, Feeding South Florida? What are some of the challenges that you're facing?
The biggest challenge for us is really transportation. We have a fleet of 14 vehicles right now, and with 300 million pounds of fresh produce going to waste every single year in Florida, and a lot of retail outlets that we have not yet picked up from, our biggest need is those big trucks. How do we get the food from where it is to where it needs to go? And that's really the biggest thing. I mean, there's plenty of food out there. It's just a matter of us going out there and picking it up, and we need that
so what is the answer? How do you do it? What do you need?
The biggest thing is to come out and help us sponsor some of these trucks and get us additional fleet plus our general warehouse maintenance. But our biggest issue is really the vehicles getting the food in.
Yeah. All right. So give us the website again if people want to help out.
Sure. FeedingSouthFlorida.org. That's how to get involved.
Yeah, it's very easy.
Yeah.
And people do not need to wear orange all month to help out.
They don't need to, but it's a great way to really get your foot in the door. Yes.
It's good to see you. We'll see you again in a few months. What color might your shirt be next time we see you?
You can bank on orange. You can bank on orange, or some variety.
And will you bring video of your first pinch?
We'll see how it goes, and then I'll see what I can bring. I may have to bring a doctored video.
Right. Yeah. Listen, I barely made home plate, but I reached. It just reach. Just don't bounce it.
Well, I'm practicing. I'm throwing balls, these little Nerf balls at staff, trying to hit them in the head. And
oh, that's good. That's good.
So I'm practicing my accuracy.
by throwing at your employees' heads. That must be great to work for you. Good to see you, bud. We'll see you again soon, all right?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, Dave.
You got it.